for everyone coming to this 5-box tournament. Woo! Woo! What's up, guys? You guys can be on YouTube, done by Slim over here. Clap it up! Yeah! Guys, the next tournament will be February 9th. Since we have no regionals up in NorCal until April, I'll put one on February 9th.
Oh yeah.
Same thing like this tournament. I'll make sure I have 80 seedings and actual packs, I promise.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Alright guys, so listen up. You guys who are majority here already. No buying or selling unless you're on the outside building. If I see you right in front of my window, I will kick you out and ban you. Because your entry fee just paid for your cost right there. Next guys. Smart ass comments will also get you kicked out. Smart guys. Alright. I want you guys to have fun. Please trade. I encourage you guys to trade. I want you guys to have fun as much as possible. Do not trade for cash. That is called selling. Alright? There you go. Other than that, guys, I want you guys to have fun. There is no lunch period. There is over 40 restaurants in a 3-block radius. It will get funky in here. I promise you.
It's a card shop. What do you expect?
Thank you.
I know.
This is guaranteed a minimum of 6 rounds. Minimum of 6 rounds. First place will get 2 sealed boxes or credit. I will do store credit as well. 1 box is second place sealed. 3rd and 4th will get a half box. 5th through 8th will get a quarter box each. We do have top 8. I promise this one, if it gets any bigger after that one, I'll make sure to rent out a place. You guys, Chris, are we good to go?
Yeah.
Okay, listen up, guys. Burrow's head judge, and when the Burrows leaves after a few hours, Chris will be head judge. Jordan, raise your hand. Jordan is also a judge, so we have 3 judges running continuously here today. Art, put your hands down. Jazzy, you don't count. Okay. You guys may begin. You have 40 minutes.
Play hard to go home, you guys.
What's up, you guys? I'm here at SlimXTeamSymmetry. I hope you guys enjoyed the little intro to this video. It was live footage from my collectible, locals, Bamm's Collectibles in Hayward. That was the start of our double box tourney we had yesterday. It was extremely successful. There were 74 competitors. I believe there was over 80 or 90 people that actually came to the store to do some trades. You know, they left or would observe or whatever. And it was just an amazing event. We're going to have another one on February 9th. It was extremely successful. I want to thank everyone that came out to participate, and I hope everyone had a really good time. I had a really good time. I really did not plan to enter, you guys. I made the mistake of entering. Like, I know, like, I should play, but I made the mistake of entering because I could not get any footage like worth a damn because I had to keep playing. And like right after I recorded the video you just saw, I had to go sit down and play round 1, which was actually a mirror match. So I ended up having to play, and you know, my mindset was kind of just on recording. So next time I think I'm definitely just going to record, since I can always play in the regular local tourneys and then play at the YCS's regionals, etc. But I ended up playing Dark World because I did not know what to play for the double box tourney. I entered because I wanted the 3 Astral packs. I entered just to get some practice in, and I picked Dark World only because I was comfortable with the deck. I didn't want to play Rabbit because everyone was playing Rabbit. I didn't want to play I didn't really want to play like anything else. I didn't want to play Chaos Dragons because water really just like trashes. I want to play a deck that I knew really well and that could hopefully beat water. And with my matches, round 1 I played the mirror match. I ended up winning. I ended up winning 2-1 because I run Silva. We both YOLO'd the match literally, and it was card destruction all 3 games. And in game 3 he card destruction when I had Silva, and upon resolution of all the effects going off, I had a busted hand. I had Silva, Snow, and Grapha. I ended up using Snow's second effect to take his Snow, Grapha to pop a back row, and when it all resolved, Silva sent his 2 cards back to the bottom of his deck, so I knew I won. Round 2, I played against Insectors. I 2-0'd it. I ended up winning because of Dark Smog. I'm going to talk about Dark Smog later. That card's amazing. Round 3, I played my friend Kyle. He's a really, really good player from NorCal. He's playing Water, and someone actually did get the match on record. He got me really good game 1. Game 1, I drew really subpar. Like, I had a lot of subpar hands during the tournament, and to be honest, I hadn't really practiced with Dark World, not that I really needed to, but playing against Water was like a new experience for that deck, because I played against it with Rabbit, so I knew how to play against it with Rabbit. But Game 1, he ended up beating me. Game 2, I ended up beating him. I used my side deck cards that I'll show you guys in a little bit. That it worked really, really well. And then Game 3, he opened Game 1 with a turn 1 Shadow Mirror, and I looked at my hand and I had absolutely no... I had all discard outlets. I had a nutty hand. I had like the best hand. All discard outlets. I went Foolish Burial. He flipped Shadow Imprisoning Mirror, and I was like, crap. Because even though I sent Grapha, I had no other way to get like any of my monsters out, so I knew it was bad. And it wasn't a Foolish, it was a Dark World Dealing. I went Dark World Dealing, and he flipped Shadow Mirror. I was like, ugh. And I just couldn't draw MST. I sided in 3 MSTs, Raikos. I just couldn't draw any of that stuff. And he used DeLorean to bounce it back and reset and use Messenger of Peace. And I was hoping to top deck out of something, and I drew a Foolish Burial, so I knew that I didn't have it. But we had a really good game. If you guys see it, it'll be on my friend Mark's channel, Team Black Rainbow. Shout out to you. Annotation in the description. There'll be a match there. I ended up losing, but I had a really good experience with that match. I think it was round 4. I ended up playing my teammate Robert, and we really didn't want to play each other, so I was just kind of screwing around during the match, and I got him Game 1, Game 2 he got me. In Game 3, I opened all spells and traps, 1 monster, and I was like, well, fuck it. Like, I ended up having to discard card destruction with Dark World Dealings, and I was like, this is ridiculous. I couldn't even draw anything, and he ended up winning that one. I was happy for him. I didn't really care, because I really wanted to record, so like I didn't think I was going to keep playing, and then they're like, if you go X2, you can still make it. I played the next round against Agents. I beat that because of some of the cards in my main deck. I played against, what was it? Let's see, that was round 5. Was that round 5? That was round 5. I played against, let's see, round 7 I played against, the very last one, there were 7 rounds. The last round I played against Agents. I lost really bad to that. I drew absolutely nothing. Like, I've never drawn that bad in Dark World, so it tells me I have to make some changes to the deck. And I'm trying to remember what round 6 was. Oh, I played my friend Robert. Shout out to you, Robert. I'm sorry. He trashed my shit in Game 1, literally. He opened Lagia at the start of my turn, flip macro. When I went Foolish Burial, I had to send Raven. I was like, well, fuck, you won that. Scooped it up, went to Game 2. I beat him Game 2. And in Game 3, I'm sorry, Robert, I trashed him back. I did the Silva Gates OTK, and it was absolutely, there was no coming back. I got around everything, and the reason why was Raiko. MVP was Raiko. He goes macro at the start of my turn. I set Raiko. He attacks into it with Sabersaurus. I Raiko his macro, and on the mill, I mill Silva. I mill, I'm trying to remember what I milled. I milled an MST, a Snow, and then a Graph, and I was like, holy crap, I actually milled a Graph. There were like some people that I knew were watching me play, and they couldn't believe it. And then I drew card destruction the minute my teammate Nima sat down, and I knew I had the game. I had a set Compulse, so I summoned Bounce for Grapha, attacked, he tried to deprison, I changed Compulse, brought Grapha back, card deed, Grapha, and Snow, search for what I needed, and I ended up drawing into an MST and a Silva, and I knew I had game. So sorry, Robert, but it was a really good game. I had a lot of fun playing that game. And then round 7, I just got trashed. I couldn't draw shit against Agents. He ended up having Heavy Storm and Christia both games in a row, and I was like, well, I tried. But anyways, I didn't even really want to play, but I'm very proud of my teammate Nima. He made top 8. He was playing windups. I'll get a deck profile for you guys later in the week. But I just want to show you guys what I'm running. People wanted to see, I guess, like an upgraded Dark World. This isn't even really that different from my other build, but it's all I could really make at the last minute, so I hope you guys enjoy the deck profile. And sorry this video is really long. I always ramble, but I want to give you guys a little tournament report, so let's get into the video real quick. There we go. Alright, so really simple Dark World deck. I ran, of course, 3 Grapha, 3 Snow, and 3 Brow. One thing about this deck, it's all hollow for once. I never have actually had a full hollow deck, so this is another reason I ran it. The 9 Dark Worlds, you know, the staple. I ran 2 Silva. I didn't run Beige. I think Silva's better than Beige in so many ways now because it's a deck dev and EEV target under Gates. Plus, if you do the Silva Gates loop, it's OTK. It's 8600. If they don't have Tragodia or Gores, it's OTK. So really, really busted because Valor isn't going to do anything. Maxi's not going to save you if you don't have Tragodia. The 2 Tour Guides, staple. And then, I guess a tech card, 1 Raven in the main. I ran Raven because I looked at it as like another card destruction. My good friend Andre told me to run it. He says, if you don't open card destruction, this is like a card destruction because if you drop, you know, Grappa or you drop any monsters, like you can increase this level and you can actually synchro with it. So it gave me other options. I really liked it. I sided it out every game 2 and 3, but it was really good game 1. So really good card in general. So that's it for the monsters. Is 14. On to the spells, very standard. The 3 gates, they're all hollow. Shout out to Bamm. He hooked me up with the last hollow gate. Shout out to Gur. He hooked me up with one of these. I just love that the deck's all hollow now. 3 Dark World Dealing. This card, I'll always run at 3. I don't understand why people would ever cut this card. I don't fear the mirror match. Running Silva, I don't fear the mirror match. 3 Drag Down. They're really nice as supers. This card was really good. I always had to side it out, though, if I was going second game 2, though. It's usually dead. Plus, if they had macro or they set their whole hand, like, it was dead. 3 Upstart. I was originally running 2, and I was like, why am I running 2? I think 3 is just fine. So I ended up cutting a Pot of Duality. I didn't like Pot of Duality in this deck. Like, I know a lot of people like that card for slow games. I don't like it at all. I think Upstart is far superior because even though you give him 1,000 points, it at least gets you to a draw, and if your main play is to summon Grappa, you get around. You don't have to worry about not special summoning from Duality. So that's basically like the whole engine. Staples, Reborn, Heavy, Dark Hole, Card Destruction. I was really sad about card destruction. Aside from that game against Robert, I barely used this card. I ended up having to get rid of it a lot because like my hands were just really subpar. So card destruction is still amazing, but I just wish I could have used it more. But anyways, 1 Allure. I was iffy on running this, but I'm glad I did. This card helped me get out of really tough situations. A really good combo with Leviair. So this card put in a lot of work, a lot more work than I thought it would. Plus, it also gave me another card to side out every game 2 and 3. And then the 1 Foolish that I got super from my boy James. Shout out to you. Thanks for hooking me up. I needed to get that super. That's one of my favorite cards. So getting it super was awesome. So that's it for the spells. Very, very basic. Onto the traps. 2 Compulse. MVP, absolutely trap-wise, because this card just like good against Zen. I bounced 2 Zen mains. I bounced Christia. I bounced everything, and this card was just amazing. And then against Robert, bouncing my Grapha was crucial for the card destruction play to go off. So this card is like a staple in Dark World now. Let's see. I ran 2 Torrential. Field clearing, really good with Grapha because you always get Grapha back. Punishes bad players who overextend. I like it. And 2 Bottomless. This threw everyone off. I was looking at the top 16 profile from Tacoma, and he was maining Bottomless, and Bottomless is amazing in this deck. The thing about my deck is I run actual traps. I run 2 Torrentials and I run 2 Bottomless for field clearing. They don't see it coming. They usually think Dark Worlds only run Reckless and like viruses and stuff. And Mind Crush, and I don't run any of that. I ran optimal traps because I needed an out to Christia. Christia wrecked me, especially that last round. I just couldn't draw Bottomless. I couldn't draw a way out of it, so Bottomless was crucial in the main deck. It's really good just against a lot of decks. It's good against Bottomlessing Carrier and all that, so this card was really, really good. And then 1 of each virus. They're both really broken. This is great against Windup, really good against... what do you call it? It's good against agents. It's good against Mermail. It's good against a lot of things. And then this is really good. I always usually call spells, but in certain matches when they set a lot of back row, I call traps. So when they try to Bottomless Grapha, I'll chain this, tribute Grapha, and call the rest of the traps, and it's really, really good. If you guys can see, I'm not running Mind Crush, and I'm not running Reckless. The reason why I'm not running Reckless, I've talked to people who've topped with Dark World. I talked to Garnell Cooper, who top 32, one of the last YCSs with Dark World. And the reason why I'm not running Reckless is that if you get stuck under Reckless for 2 turns and you have no play, you lose. Like, it's that simple. And I'm not running Mind Crush because I originally was, and I cut Mind Crush because I felt that even though I could call a card out of their hand, at times it wouldn't be enough. I didn't want to dead draw that card. I didn't want to top deck that card. I'd rather top deck like a monster or something to bring Grapha back. And I thought that by limiting dead draws in the deck, I could really just benefit myself in the long run. And I was very happy with the results. Aside from just bad luck with hands, it was really good. Onto the side deck. The side deck was amazing. Shout out to my friend Andre again. He helped me build this side deck because I wasn't sure what to side, but I just went off of like some basic things. 2 Raikou, amazing card because you know, you take your chances milling, but if you mill a Grapha, it's absolutely ridiculous. Hitting macro, hitting defidge, or anything that can hurt this deck. I really wish I drew this in my match with Kyle when he flipped Shadow Mirror. I couldn't draw it, so this card's definitely good though. I might even bump it to 3. I haven't decided yet. 2 Tragodia. I dropped this once, and the funny thing about this card is that this card was in here to combat OTKs, like, because Dark World don't run Gores, they don't run, like, Valor or Maxi. Tragodia was there to stop, like, water OTKs, to stop wind-up OTKs. When they call spells, they attack. You drop Tragodia, you attack another Shockmaster, your spells are alive again. This card was really, really good. I could use it to steal stuff if I wanted to. And Tragodia was actually really good because it's a Fiend, so it gains an extra 300 under gates, and I actually used it for gates, so Tragodia was not that bad. I like that card. That's it for the monsters. The 3 MST staple. 2 Dark Smog. This card is really ridiculous. I use this card in the mirror match. I use it to remove his Grapha and drop my Grapha. I use this against Inzectors. The way I won against Inzectors round 2, he made a Tempo to kill my Zen mains. He had a Centipede in hand, and I was like, okay, if he summons Centipede, I'll Dark Smog and use Grapha, and he didn't do it. So when I drew for my turn, I flipped Dark Smog. I discarded Grapha to pop his Tempo and remove his Hornet, and I just summoned Grapha for game. So this card was amazing. Really good discard outlet against cards you really can't stop, like Naturia Beast. So this is really good. It's good against Shockmaster too. MVP of the side deck though, absolute MVP, 2 Debunk. In my match with Kyle and even in the mirror match, this card was absolutely broken. I talked about this card in one of my videos. This card is busted because it stops Lin. It stops every Atlantean possible. The way I beat Kyle game 2 was I stopped his Lin from going off. And I think I stopped his Dragoons, and it clinched it for me because them not being able to get their effects or their searches or anything or their specials is really crucial. I would even bump this up to 3. This card is broken. Really good against the mirror match. I debunked a Grapha. I debunked a Snow. I did a lot of things with debunk, so I think debunk is amazing. Definitely got to side this card. 2 Rivalry, never sided these in. This was just for wind-up. I didn't play against wind-up, but this was for different types. I like this card over Gozen because they can just use Rat and Rabbit all day and just kind of just sit on infinite walls. So this card was better. I just never drew it. I mean, I never sided it, so it was okay. And one more deck dev. This is for water. This is for wind-up and just other matches. It was pretty good. And then the last card is a return. I only used it once. I used it to return or remove from play Brow and Snow to go for game. This card's really good, though. You need this because against decks like Macro Rabbit, you need your outs to macro, and you flip this on them and they don't have a response. You can basically come back and win like the most impossible game ever because you can use this and just like you can exceed XYZ summon a lot with whatever you return, and you can just do a lot of things. So that's it for side deck and just extra deck real quick. Extra deck was whatever. I just threw it together like last minute. 2 Zen mains. I'm glad I had 2. I made 2 a lot actually. When one got destroyed, I had another one, and it just really slows down your opponent. Best rank 3. Leviathan, turn 1 to make gates live. 1 Leviair. I couldn't get a second one. I never needed a second one. I thought I would, but I only used Leviair twice in 7 rounds, so you know, it's whatever. I would probably bump it to 2 though, just on the off chance it gets bottomless. Acid Golem, which I had to make to get over freaking Stardust and big monsters. I hate making this card, but at the same time, it's good because it's big. Tempo card's amazing. 1 Giga Brilliant. Never summoned it, but it's there for added boost to the attack and stuff like that. It's just really good. For my 4s, I have Maestroke because it's a fiend, defensive power. Pappy because it's the greatest card ever invented. That's it for my 4s. For my 5s, Adrius, Tyrus, never made either of them. Gaia Charger, if I made them. Like, I had the room, I had to do it. 1 Heliopolis, I made once. This card is really good. It's really underrated. Detaching a Grapha and then summoning and bouncing for Grapha is broken, so this card's really good. And then the last card's 1 Black Rose and 1 Scrap Dragon for Synchro, since I have Raven. I never made Black Rose, but I did make Scrap Dragon, so it actually was not as bad as I thought. But yeah. But that's it, you guys. That's the deck profile. That's my little analysis of our double box tourney. I think from now on I will probably record the majority of the event instead of playing. My biggest mistake was Wednesday when I was at Bamm's. I was practicing with a totally different deck, and I did not practice enough with Dark World, and I lost to what I would say are subpar hands. And the thing is that in Dark World, you can have trouble with subpar hands. So if you can get past that, you can win. I think the deck's still really good. and I'm happy with my decisions. I think Mind Crush does belong back in the deck, though. Even if it can be a dead draw sometimes it's the nut. So Mind Crush will probably go back in the deck, and I'm still going to play it without Reckless. Like, I love Reckless, but if you get stuck under it, it sucks. But let me know what you guys think. You know, comment below. If you were at the double box tourney, did you enjoy it? There's another one February 9th. Bamm and I will be making a video soon, update you guys about it. And thank you to everyone that came out. We really appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed the video and the little quick deck profile from me. Let me know if there's anything you change in Dark World, because I still love Dark World. I'm actually considering running Dark World for Miami. So anyone out there that wants to give me a hand, I'd really appreciate it. So that's all I got to say, you guys. Thank you for watching.